Hi everyone, my name is Qinshu Pen. I'm going to presentation Spring 2008 study to determine the receptiveness of Canadian students to the inclusion of international students in teamwork in the business faculty at the Memorial University. First, I'm going to our presentation where I have 4 parts: awareness, stereotype, and the impression, demographic and geographic effect, and the conclusion. So first part, awareness. About 43% of the sample population said that they had worked with international students before, and 69% of Canadian students who had worked with international students before had involved international students to work with them. In this survey, the whole Canadian student would like to work with the international student if the international student asks them first. So next part is stereotype and impression. There's 2 graphics. From the survey, it is noticed that 40% of the Canadian student partners came from Asia. Here it is. And 30% of them come from America. 20% of them came from Europe. 7% of them came from Africa, and 3% of them from the Middle East. However, from the statistics provided from the International Student Office, it shows that more than 55% of the international students were from Asia, and there were about 30% of international students from America and Europe. So from this result, it is easy to determine that Canadian students are more likely to work with international students who came from Western countries than those who came from the Eastern countries. And the third part is demographic and geographic effects. Female and male had no impact from this survey. They are treated like equal. And also, students who born from the urban area and students who born from no urban area has no impact. At this survey, I also found interesting things. That's bilingual students are more willing to work with the international student than no bilingual students. Okay, let's jump to our conclusions. Canadian students are willing to work with the international students. From this survey, it's no doubt about that. And when Canadian students choose their partners, they first trying to choose international students who came from the Western country. I guess that maybe they have more easy to communicate with each other. And the third one is bilingual students are more willing to work with the international students than no bilingual students. Okay, that's all. Thank you, everybody. Do you have any questions? No? Good. Okay.
No questions?
Yeah.
Okay.